ABC, it's Garino. I hope everybody's doing well. Just thought I'd shoot a video real quick. It's kind of late. It's been a long day. It's just snowed like hell here. Yes, and I am bundled up. I've been outside shoveling and everything throughout the day, and it's got a good bit of snow, and it is freaking cold. Heading down into the single digits, and the wind is just whipping, snow blowing everywhere, and I love every second of it. So I've been out shoveling, playing in it, whatever you want to call it. Anyways, thought I would do a quick update. Spinning a few things today, last few days, and haven't been out digging still. Haven't got anything in the mail either. Got a couple things coming in. Hopefully within next week, stuff will be rolling in. Nothing, not a lot, just a couple things here and there. But anyways, this is stuff I've listened to the last since I made the last video, I guess. And it's just all stuff that was in the to be listened to pile, and maybe one or two things pulled out of the collection. So jump into it. What's playing in the background was actually kind of spurred on by MiverTube Mark. He texted me a picture of some metal he found, and one album I could just barely see the top, and I was like, oh man, really cool album, And turns out it was a different album I was thinking of, same band but different. Anyways, got me pulling that out. And what's playing is Vortex, Hammer of the North. This is actually a comeback album, I guess you could say, for these guys. 2003. They were from the Netherlands. It's kind of that traditional metal, I guess you could say. And this was limited to 500 copies on Hellion. So let's check in this out. I've actually had this for a while. It's been in the pile for, I would probably say, a couple years. I just hadn't got to it yet. Found a smoking deal on it, grabbed it, and just now getting around to listen to it. But this was the album that kind of spurred it all on. When Miver sent me the text, I was thinking this album. I was like, yeah, it's a great album, man, But this is Metal Bats, and this is an EP from like '83. I don't see the year, but I'm pretty sure it was right around '83 when this originally came out. You can see they're much younger here on the back. Very cool band. It's really good, early metal, underground band. I'm a little tired, excuse me. Next up, Underdog. I believe this was their first one, and this is just good hard rock metal in the 80s. I'm trying to remember where these dudes were from. This is also '83. This is UK pressing, but I can't remember exactly where this band was from. But really cool band, just kind of straight ahead hard rock metal from that era. And I believe that was their first album. German import of Steelheart. Found this on vacation a year or two ago. Yeah, I've heard this before, so it was just kind of sitting in a pile waiting to be listened to, and finally got to it. Have it on CD, had it on CD forever. But it's good stuff. What was their big hit? Of course, I'm just burning bandwidth here, whatever you would like to say. I'm tired and I can't think. But anyways, cool album, cool band. I found this a while back. It's Tease, kind of a glamish band from Pennsylvania in the 80s. They were kind of riding on that Poison kind of thing. Not quite as cheesy glam as Poison, but they were pretty close. Musically, image-wise, yeah, they were definitely going for that mid-80s Poison, Twisted Sister, Dokken kind of thing. But actually, cool album. Lansdale, Pennsylvania. But cool band. Actually, this was issued later with a different cover, if I remember right. Which I believe I have. I'd have to pull out and check. Cool Baltimore, DC area band, local band for me. I've talked about these guys before if you've seen any of my older videos. Saw them a bunch of times, and anytime I see a nice copy of the album, I pick it up. This is their debut, Climbing the Walls, Wrathchild America. So I had to grab this. Actually found this at Mind Cure Records in Pittsburgh for real cheap, so grabbed it. Probably have 2 or 3 copies of this, but like I say, anytime I see it in really good shape, I'll grab it. And I think I showed the new Slayer reissues coming out. I did pick up South of Heaven. It's my favorite Slayer album, so I went ahead and grabbed it and got lucky enough. It was red, so I was 1 for 1. Now I'm batting 500, I guess, here. Picked up Seasons in the Abyss. I didn't have this. This is kind of like, I think, the last studio album I needed. So I went ahead and grabbed the reissue. And it's black, but yeah, definitely cool. Really impressed with both of these, the pressings, and I'm hearing all of them, you know, good things about all the albums that they've reissued. Just sounds fantastic. They did a killer job on these. But about this time, I guess I tuned out Slayer a little bit. All through the 90s, I didn't pay attention to him at all, and didn't kind of get back into him until God Hates Us All, I guess, is when I started paying attention again. I did know a couple, you know, tracks off here, like, of course, War Ensemble, but yeah, this is a good album, and I'm glad I picked it up. Found a smoking deal on this, so I had to grab a copy and like this band to begin with. But on Amazon one day, saw it for, it was like a little bit less than $11. It's normally, it's on Amazon twice. It's kind of weird. You can either order it for $55 or $45, and it looks like the same pressing. Amazon is so weird sometimes. But anyways, one day they had it for like $11, just shy of $11. It's a new Destruction, Spiritual Genocide, and it's pretty good. It's a gatefold picture disc, you know, with the cover on it. Wish it was black vinyl, but yeah, that's cool. But you know, I grabbed it. It was so cheap. It was like, you know, and I definitely dig this band, German thrash band, and mainly grabbed it because of the price. And happy I did. Really good album. And of course, as soon as I grabbed it, you know, I texted a couple people, let them know it was on there, and went back to check, see exactly what the price was, and boom, they shot it back up. It's like $45, $55 again. It's like, Amazon makes no sense. Got this, I don't know, back around Thanksgiving, I believe. I may have shown this, can't remember. It's the King Diamond picture disc. It's a Record Store Day release from a couple years back. It's the, was it No Presents for Christmas? But it's kind of cool to grab that. I was talking to the guy, he had like 2 or 3 of them in, and he said they just, his distributor one day had them on there, you know, and it's fairly cheap, like 11, 12 bucks or something. I think I got it from him. So I guess they had some sitting around and wanted to blow them out real quick. Some, yeah, who knows what he paid, maybe $8 or something. Finally got around to listening to the new Graveyard, Lights Out, and wow, really good album. Really dig this. Definitely check this band out because of LJ. Kept talking about how much he was digging them, and totally dig this album. Totally, completely hate this album cover. This is just the dumbest album cover I've ever seen. You know, it's just whatever. It's not artistic. It's not tongue-in-cheek, whatever you want to say. It's just It's just a dumb album cover, sorry. I don't like it. And their other two that I've seen, I have the first album, I'm still missing the second album. And cool album covers on there, especially the first one's a great cover. And to come out with this, I don't know who talked them into that, or who let them do that, but that's just bad, sorry. Our little AOR Boulevard Into the Street, and this is just full on AOR, shiny production, cool album. But Canada's premier rock and roll band, I guess. Cool album, man. I found a copy of Uriah Heep, very heavy, very humble. And I believe this is the UK cover, correct? Great album. Good 70s hard rock. And man, somebody had shown this album in the VC, and I cannot remember who it was. I was for sure it was either George or LJ, and they're saying it wasn't them. But anyways, great cover. Pretty daggone cool album. Tagger. And this has Nicky Moore, who went on to sing with Samson after Bruce Dickinson left. Bruce. And I'm trying to remember the year. This is like late 70s, 78, somewhere around in there if I'm right. But guitar player is Big Jim Sullivan. And Big Jim Sullivan was like one of the premier studio guitarists in the 60s. Kind of right there with Page. You know, before his Led Zeppelin fame and all that, and probably even the Yardbirds fame. Page and Big Jim Sullivan played on a massive amount of music that come out of England. Whenever they needed a guitar player, they called those two guys, from what I've read. This was total blind buy and ended up being pretty cool. Hustler, High Street. Just a goofy ass cover, and I picked this up real cheap. It was like $1 or $2. It's pretty rocking. It's like I don't see the year. No, I think I looked it up. It was like around 73, somewhere around in there, if I remember correct. But pretty cool. I was impressed with this. Not like full-on hard rock or anything, but just a good, you know, rockin' 70s album. Next, Sunday Funnies, Benediction. I love this cover, man. With the girl on the motorcycle. This was, I knew nothing about this band, checked them out. This was their second and last album. And it's kind of rock, pop, whatever, you know, early 70s, 72. On Rare Earth. It's a cool album, you know. And as soon as I saw that album cover, it was like I was hoping for like a really cool hard rock band, which this isn't, but it's a good rock album. But totally love this cover. It just looks like, it just screams hard rock rarity to me in it, but it wasn't. But cool album. Bee Gees First. I picked this up a while back. I kept hearing about how great their first few albums are, and I paid like $1 for it or something. I see somebody had $20 on it at one point. I think this is an original pressing, but pretty cool. I mean, it's full on, you know, that Sgt. Pepper's sound to me, but I really dug it. You know, it's a good album. And last thing, the Poppers, Magic People, 60s pop, whatever you want to call it. Good, yeah, good music. Definitely dug it. Know absolutely nothing about this. Picked it up real cheap, just to give it a shot, and ended up liking it, so I'll hang on to it. Hey, that's it. Hope everybody's doing well. And guess I'm done here. I got to go back out probably a little bit and shovel one more time, and hopefully snow won't blow back overnight. It's just nuts. It's just blowing everywhere, man. It's crazy. Alright, like I said, I hope everybody's doing well. Thanks for all the subs and all the comments, and talk to y'all later.